Welcome to, I guess I will call this doing things around the house, because I don't have enough of every single thing to have the need of a whole video. For example, laundry. This is the typical laundry you have, out there on the balcony for too long, and mainly because I always don't want to take the time, or sometimes don't want to take the time to go through all these sorting socks thingies to, because it's so little space on a drying rack for so much work, right? Make sure the socks are the right way, put them together, put them around, and then have it in these little sock balls. Didn't want to use the word, but this was the only word that came to my mind. And yeah, so it's going to be a little bit of laundry, a little bit of dishes, and a little bit of something I've been postponing for a long time, changing the light bulb, or fixing or changing it in the studio, because when you sit there at night or in the evening working, it's dark, and the light is just sometimes randomly deciding to go on and off. It feels a little haunted mansion. And I don't want to feel haunted mansion vibes when I am working on creative stuff. So I gotta fix that. And now that we are also recording the podcast in there, I don't want it to, distract or in any other form be negative for the content, And technically the studio also needs some cleaning. There's so much stuff in there. From other people, they have to come and get it, but this is not working. So this is today going to be one camera only. The phone is going to rock it because we have different light situations. And what can I say? The phone is just best for automatically figuring all of the light situations out and then just going with it. Oh no, I think I felt, I was scared for a second. I thought I felt a hole in my currently most favorite socks. And I have the whole, I'm in a sock apocalypse here, because all of a sudden, all these socks at the same time decide to get holes in them from using them, wearing them for too long. So I think right now I'm at a strong 50-50 for grabbing a sock with holes. And then I forget about it because it's not big enough sometimes. When it's too big, I'm like, okay, throw it away. But when you don't notice it, you take them on, it's like, little gat in mijn sokje. And then, what can you do? So, but I have to do this whole, go into the store and buy, 20 pair of socks, and then redo the whole sock drawer. But, you see with these black ones, I'm fine with just getting new ones. But these funny socks, there was an era I was wearing a lot of funny socks. I'm not too much into that now anymore. I mean, today I'm wearing socks with dogs. So I guess I do wear them sometime. But they're also all get old and have holes in them. Luckily, on a daily basis, if you wear shoes, nobody sees that. But then you have this moment of truth where you you forgot about it and you're at a party and shoes come off and you have to walk around the whole evening partying with holes in the sock. And then, sometimes it's just, how can I say? Don't want to be the guy with the hole in the sock. Because I do think that people mostly think, people know that I don't even wear two different socks, So if people know that, then, I also don't want these socks to have holes in them. Whatever. Way too much talk about holes in socks. You see, what am I doing? Why am I now going one by one? way too much to talk about horse and socks. Olympics started. I have way less time of watching it than I thought I would have. But the feeling is back. The sunny vibe, and then what can I do now? On the side, boop boop, have it on, and I like to watch the summaries. I watch the summaries now in the morning to just see what happened. But they mostly showed obviously the German stuff in Germany, to the German athletes, Olympians, and I adore the Olympic village, is it called? TikTok content that we now have social media with like this. We have people who are now, what do you call them? The Gen Z athletes? Whatever, you know what I mean. People who have an affinity to social media and take us with them on all of these, behind the scenes kind of vibes in the Olympic village. So I think these are the most accessible Olympics for me ever in terms of social media outlets. And I don't know if why it felt the same with the Euros. And I'm just like, is it because I'm now older, I'm more into social media, so I just see it more and have more an eye for it? Or is it that they use it more now, and 4 years ago it wasn't the big thing, right? I don't know. I just know that the Paralympics social media manager, I think, if you don't know, take a look at it, Paralympics, TikTok or Instagram, and you might feel like that it's offensive, and I'm not the one to talk about that, because I'm not in the shoes of these athletes. But from my experience with working with people who have a disability is to not treat them differently in places where they don't need it at all. Like when you're in a wheelchair and you need somebody to push you sometimes, well, that's a different story. But you don't have to be like, you don't have to care about them super extra careful. Humor is there, jokes are there. And I think the Paralympics does a great job at that. If, it's a big if, everybody who is portrayed in these videos is fine with that. I guess it would be that way. Otherwise, I'm like, no way this could go on for so long. But I do think they do a very great job at bringing humor about these topics into society. I hope that everybody understands it right. I've been working a long time with people with disabilities, so I guess I know how to take it, because I have my fair share. I have my fair share of thoughts about this. How to treat, how to interact, how to be. So, yeah. But I do think they make an amazing job at it. Check it out, see for yourself. I thought we'd do some flying edits today. Dishwasher, emptying, and then getting the few dishes I have back in there. And yeah, so I enjoy when the summertime is happening, as it is right now. Not too hot, to just have Olympia on it at the side and just see the occasional, like I said, the occasional gold medal or good performance or whatever. The same thing is a little bit insane. That the training was, I don't know, I get it that you want the triathletes and outdoor swimming things to swim in the Seine for epicness reasons. But bro, that comes from a person who lives in a city with a very dirty river as well. I cannot imagine. First, I cannot compare. I don't know how this compares to the Seine, but never ever can I imagine athletes swimming in the Spree. Nee, the audacity. Shit. So I'm interested in seeing how that will evolve and how that will affect the health of everybody involved in swimming in the Seine. Yeah. What can I say? Today is just, I feel like today is a classical Monday for me too. I haven't had one of these in a long time. I've been sleeping late because I've been playing a lot of games and thinking, and I really lost track of my schedule. Right? I was very good with being disciplined and waking up early to do the work and have like a normal work day. But for example, normally the editing of this video would be done by now, right? And I would start to do different things, cook some cook some lunch, and be on schedule, right? Because normally in about 45 minutes, it's now 3. In 45 minutes, I would have singing lessons, but it's vacation time, school vacation time in Germany. So the singing lessons are on hold, or we also do holidays. What did I say before? Holidays, school holidays, and so I have more time. But it also goes to the to the negative of my sleeping schedule, because if I have more time, I'm not as disciplined with waking up. So everything starts later, and then it doesn't feel nice. I'm just not the type of person who likes to work from, like I still work like the 7, 6, 8 hours, whatever, but just like different time. And I don't like to work from 5 till, I don't know, 9 or 10 in the night. So gotta figure something out here. But that is the reason why today feels like everything is too late anyway, and even though I have the time, it's just differently sorted. Also, this is not enough to turn the dishwasher on, but the main thing here, the neglected thing, I don't know if you can see it, the typical cooking noodles, water's overflowing, and from yesterday. And then not getting rid of it because the plate it's on is too hot. I don't know if it's called plate, but the thingy. So you just leave it like that, then it burns in, and now it's a disaster and looks, doesn't look too lovely. But we shall fix this in no time after we put this in here to soak. For a second I forgot we were shooting a video. I was just like talking. I feel like I was talking to myself. So I just stopped talking. Damn. Because you know these moments, sometimes you're just like, when you I don't know if you do the same, but when I try to keep my thoughts in order, I like to sometimes first of all write them down, have like a to-do list, and then sometimes also just talk to myself and spell it out. Oh, this sound sounds like it needs more water. Okay. Then we go all in. Also, I have this new sponge, and the water is so hot. And I'm not used to the downside of it being so rough. Like it's scraping across the surface, and I know it's probably good for having tough to clean surfaces like here, but it sounds like you damage. Sometimes it sounds like you damage the whole thing. But no dirt shall be in our way today. The dirt that is here for 100 years and doesn't get off the furniture anymore, we don't talk about. I don't know why, but a kitchen always feels the difference it makes for having a clean stove and a non-clean one. It's like sometimes night and day. It feels like I have my kitchen figured out or I lost control over my life. I feel like these are the opposites when somebody walks in here and looks at it. Right? If this is dirty, I mean it's old anyway, so it doesn't get too cleaned. Maybe if I do a deep clean, but you know how it is. If they walk in and look at it and be like, oh, this stove looks clean. This man has his life figured out. Or it's not clean. This man doesn't know how to cook. And I feel like it's not the same with these working surfaces here. They're a little bit dirty. Everybody's like, oh yeah, work is done. Work has been done here. Also, I want to inspire you because today is the day of fixing the things you haven't fixed for a long time. Because yesterday, I'm not gonna lie, yesterday Sunday, it was a little bit of a downer, food-wise, because I forgot to buy food, and so I had to improvise. I ordered food, but it wasn't enough, and my scale didn't work, which I now have because I've been using my old scale, and because the new one was out of batteries, and I didn't have the batteries, so I bought batteries today, and my new scale is working again. And you cannot, maybe you don't understand it, but I'm currently in a phase where I weigh all my food, not the food I order, but all the food I cook and prepare to track it. And if you cannot weigh it, I don't know, it's just all of a sudden I'm just like, how much should I eat? All this work I do, whole month of tracking down the drain, a little bit dramatic. But despite it being dramatic, it still worked out. I don't know if you can see me, but this is the culprit. And I cannot look too directly into it, but now it looks like both are working. So we may have to stay here for a little while to figure out when and which one of these two is not working properly. I get my certified step-on chair thingy. I think you can only see a floating head of mine. So let's see if this. Also, it makes. Oh, I saw it. I mean, don't look directly into it or you're going to be blinded. And that's the big issue here that I have with changing these out. And one of them is making noise. That's also something that annoys me. I think the one that makes noise, I think you are the culprit. Let's see if this is the one that makes noise and has the light issue, 10 out of 10. No. This one makes noise. And you can imagine, they probably always do make some noise. But having the extra noise in the studio is kinda meh. This one also gets a little hot. After 2 seconds, you are an LED, my dude. This one doesn't make noise, but it's the one that is flickering. Double issues. So I guess we just take out both, use the new one, and hope it will be a little bit darker, obviously. But we have no flickering anymore, and hopefully no noise. Because I can live with a little bit darker light if the noise is gone. New one, which has a sticker on it. Ooh. I think this one is probably our best guess. Please no noise. Please no noise. Please no noise. Yeah! 10 out of 10. It's a little dark, but I can live with that. It's really not the brightest. To get this thing back on is always a little annoying, because you have to push so much weight into it. Never mind. Looks horrible, but gets the job done. Maybe I buy a second one of these. Yeah, thank you. They've been working. And if they're too loud, we just end the video from over here. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you did maybe some of the tasks too. Take this motivation today of fixing long-term little issues. But also, if you just enjoyed the video, sitting on the couch, doing nothing, that is also totally allowed. I wish you have an amazing week, an amazing start of your week, and we see each other next time.